focus. My viewfinder is like really far away from me, so I can't actually see if I'm in focus or not. That's why so many of my sit down videos are blurry. I might get interrupted a lot during this video. I have a poorly eldest and then a middle one that is just floating around. Gonna try and get this video filmed, but we'll see. It might be in a few different parts. If I'm wearing different outfits, it means that I couldn't get it all finished today. We'll see. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am Amelia. So if you don't know, I'm a homeschooling mum. I have 3 children. One of them is a newborn. He is here. I say newborn, he's what, 10 weeks old? And he's here eating his hand. And the other 2 are downstairs. Today's video, I decided I would come up with as many ideas as I could for free or very, very cheap things to do during the half term coming up, the Easter break, spring break in America, I think it's called. I came up with a few ideas. I'm sure there are loads that I forgot, but these are the ones I did come up with. And we have half that are indoor activities and half that are outdoor activities. So hopefully there is something for everyone. I've got my paper here with my notes on, so I will try not to look at it too much because I notice when I'm editing I'm always looking at paper. But we shall see. I did it again just then. I'm going to first start off with all of the indoor activities. So when it's raining outside, these are all good things that you can do inside. You going to help me solve it? Yes! So my first activity seems like a really obvious one, but I've got a twist to make it a bit more fun. My first activity is a movie night or daytime. It doesn't have to be in the night, but it just sounds more fun saying movie night. But rather than just having a boring old movie night that you all can't decide on the same movie, any of that, then one of the things you can do is create one of them paper. I'll put a picture on the screen. I was meant to bring up the ones that my kids make and that we use, but I cannot find them. But what we do is, if we can't all agree on a movie, we make one of those and we have 8 different ideas. Like, so I'll make it or they'll make it or we mix match. No one can know what's behind each number. And then what we do is whatever that comes up as, that's what we have to watch. And if you don't have any subscription services, which I highly encourage you to only pay for one or none, if ideally, don't have multiple, but let's say you want to watch something on Disney, ask your friends, ask your family if they have one that you can do for a little bit. Or often you can sign up for free for the first month anyway. You can also sign up for a lot of these for free. So if there's a movie you want to watch on a subscription service, you can often sign up for 7 to 30 days for free and then set an alarm, a timer, or a date, something in your calendar to make sure you cancel it if that is what you're doing. So again, next one, quite an obvious one, but I've got a spin to make it a bit more fun. So it's go play a board game or a card game. However, one thing you can do is, rather than just using what you've got if the kids are bored of them and without spending loads of money, give them a budget each and go to the charity shops and look for a board game. You will be surprised at what treasures you can find there. We found Cluedo the other week in a charity shop for £2 and it was brand spanking new. So it could be an activity. You can go look for the best card games or board games, and some of them are ones that you've never heard of before, and go with like £2, £5 and get a few different board games for a really cheap amount, and then you get to keep them. And then if they're crap, then you can just redonate them or sell them on privately. So my number 3 indoor idea, which the really clean, organised mums are going to really not like, and I really struggle with this as well, but my kids love it, is play the floor is lava. And I'm talking like the floor is lava on steroids. You please do get involved. Move things around, have some fun. You have to do it throughout the whole house. Try and put things around, get really creative with it. And if it starts to become sunny halfway through, then we can move the floor is lava to the outside as well. Get involved and you'll realise how much fun it can be when you get involved and let off some steam too. My number 4 idea for inside is make a den. So it's very similar to my floor is lava one. Go make an amazing den. This can be for inside or outside. But make an amazing den. You can get, if you've got any twinkly lights, or even get the Christmas decorations down, steal the twinkly lights from there. And we do use all of the cushions from our sofa when we make dens. Yes, yes we do. My number 5 idea goes along. You can do this after you've done my number 4 of making a den, which is pick a read aloud story and make it a classic. Like, we have just finished reading Charlotte's Web and my children absolutely loved it. But if you make an amazing den, then park up with a book. It can be the Harry Potter series, my kids absolutely love that, but Secret Garden's a good one. Enid Blyton, like my kids love The Faraway Tree. The Famous Five, all of them. They are really, really good read aloud books, which you can, if you don't have them, you can go to most charity shops and find a lot of them for £1 or less. And then you can read them in your den. But I need to help my child, one moment. I'm coming. So where were we? We're on number 6. Check out your local libraries. So I actually live in a really small village, and we do have a local library. It's very tiny, and they actually put on quite a few different free kids activities. One of them is, I think most Saturdays they have Lego Club. Over the holidays they tend to put on extra clubs that are free, and there's loads of different things, and it's also a huge range of ages as well. So go check out your local library. This kind of leads on to my number 7 idea, which is join a local Facebook page. You'll be surprised. My tiny little village has a couple of Facebook pages, and you can find out so many different so much information, and ask on there what's going on in your area that is free or very cheap during the half terms, because so much stuff is put on during the half terms to keep kids amused and happy. Number 8, which I feel is a good one, which is you and or your children can all learn a new skill. Discuss what you want to learn or what you want to make the most of this half term doing. And it could be knitting, like learning a language. Have a couple of goals of something you want to achieve, whether it's the kids individually or you as a family, stuff that you want to achieve, and work towards that. There are so many tutorials. So if there is something that you've been really wanting to do, discuss this with your kids, or if they really want to do it, and set them a goal, and then it's something they can do every day. You can set a timer or an alarm on your phone to remember. If you want to learn piano, you can find YouTube videos. Number 9 is similar to my number 6, which is check out some somewhat local museums. They tend to be completely free, and they also tend to have a lot of activities set for kids during half terms. Or go further afield. About an hour away from us is the Tring Museum, which is all the animals you can think of all stuffed. It truly is an amazing thing to be able to see what the animals, like the size of these animals are in person, up close without being put in danger. So, and it's completely free, and they normally hold loads of free activities during our half terms. And yes, you'll have to pay for the fuel, but it's still going to be in the long run cheaper than going to, say, the cinema or to soft plays or trampoline parks. And they're going to learn something. So check out your museums and see what's going on. Number 10 is you can have drawing competitions. If you are not already and you have children at any age, this is a great YouTube channel for, but go and follow Kids Art Hub on YouTube, and pretty much anything your kid wants to learn to draw, it's on there already, and you can decide, have a few different things that you want to draw, and then see who does the best job. But I can sometimes put my eldest in front of the YouTube, in front of that YouTube channel for a good hour or 2, and he'll come away and have drawn like 17,000 different things. It's great. Number 11 is places where you often do your food shops. I'll try and insert a picture here of what I mean, but Tesco's, Morrison's, all these different places, if they've got a cafe, they tend to have kids eat for free or under £1. So I'll insert what I've got a picture of on my screen, but check out all the different places and the different deals. And if you're having to go do your food shop anyway, then you can say before or after you'll stop off at the cafe, and the kids can have eat for free or for very cheaply. And I think in quite a few of the cases the parent doesn't even need to buy anything. So my last indoor activity is kind of, in short, teach your kids to cook. But I don't mean teach them to cook really extravagant meals. We watch a chat thing on YouTube which is I Can Cook. I think it was an episode on the BBC like a decade or 2 ago, so it's a little bit dated, but they are really ridiculously simple recipes. And if you have older kids, you can even go one step further and get them to write the shopping list of what they need, go do the shopping. So when you're going to do your normal shop, give them the money they'll need, so a £10 note. They've budgeted for, they've got enough for how much they need. Write down the shopping list. They can go around the shop and get everything off their shopping list, come back and cook the thing themselves. So go check out I Can Cook, and there's an old YouTube channel called Messy Hands, and it has the I Can Cook episodes on, and another like Australian version, I guess, of I Can Cook. And they've also got other like DIY stuff and like activities you can do as well. So check out the Messy Hands YouTube channel to get some inspiration as well. But getting your kids cooking from a young age and independently. Kids can cook from as young as like 3 or 4. So now we're going to move on to our outside idea. Yay! So let's move on to the outside ideas. So rather than you boring just going for a walk, why don't you turn your walks into a springtime scavenger hunt? You can find these scavenger hunts for free, printouts of everything you need to find around this time of year. And if you're going for a walk, print out one of those. Keep your kids a bit more amused rather than complaining when they're halfway around saying they're tired or bored. And it can be things that they need to collect to take home. It can be things that they print off a piece of paper for each of your kids and they can tick it off when they have found them items. But a scavenger hunt, who doesn't love a scavenger hunt? Number 14, again, a basic idea, but we're going to put it onto steroids. Go feed the ducks. And as a little disclaimer, don't feed your ducks bread. They like things like sweet corn and lettuce, and you can Google things that they do like, but sweet corn I found is a great one. But don't just go feed the ducks. Go feed the ducks and then sit and decide to try and draw them or name them. Or one thing we like to do is we'll go feed the ducks, say, and then we'll sit there and name them all and have them have little conversations. So me and the kids will be like, hi, I'm Gerald, I'm going over there, and we'll make them have little discussions with each other, and it's really funny watching the ducks waddle and eating and having commentary on them. Yes, I'm weird, I know. Number 15 is you can make normal hen's eggs into, you can go forage some ingredients and dye your hen's eggs and then have an Easter egg hunt. There are loads of things online you can find about natural dyes, and you can go for a walk, forage these items and then dye your eggs and go for an Easter egg hunt with them. Number 16 is you can go for a bike ride. You can then follow up with number 17 and have a picnic. Take your picnic on your bike ride. Take your picnic to number 18, which is to the beach or your local river and go paddling. Make sure your river is safe to do so. You can go paddling in your local river or go to the beach if it's warm enough. Here's hoping that in the half term we do have some warm days because I need some sunshine. Number 19 is you can go check out your local parks trust activities. They tend to hold loads of activities and they do tend to be free or for like a couple of pounds. The Parks Trust is a great one for sunny days and for things to do in the half terms. Number 20 is you can start growing fruit and veg. You can start your own vegetable garden. Even if you don't have a garden, you can go get a few pots, which often are being given away on free cycle pages. Go get a few pots, get a cheap bag of compost if you don't make your own, and you can start growing your own fruit and veg. And it is not too late yet. There are so many things that you can be growing all year round, like inside, like lettuces and different herbs. You can get a little cherry tomato plant inside, strawberries. There are so many different things that you can grow inside and it's not too late. Number 21, which me and my kids love to do, and if you like anything like Harry Potter, I'm sure you will too, but it's create a garden potion. Get a bucket, fill it with rainwater, and then find and forage things to add into your potion and decide what your potion's going to be for. You can all have your own individual ones. My kids love making potions. They've always loved it from being about 2, and even now my 8-year-old still loves making potions. And then my last idea, which I've saved my favourite till last. If you are a stay-at-home mum or you're working from home in the half term and you don't know what you're going to do with your kids, here are some ideas. But if you're working from home and you have other work from home mums, or even if you're not a work from home mum, if you're a stay-at-home mum or a dad, I guess I always go on to mum, but I need to say dad as well. But any of you parents, this is my last idea. My last idea is start a babysitting swap, a babysitting train. And how this works is, let's say you've got a group of 4 mums and 8 children. They all have 2 kids each, let's say. What happens is you say on Monday, I'm going to have all 8 children at my house. Yes, it sounds terrifying. But not only have you got 8 children to play with each other and distract each other, then what then happens is, so Sally has them on Monday and has all 8 kids. That means Karen, Jessica and Sarah all have a free day. So then Karen has all 8 kids on Tuesday. Then you've got Sally, Jessica and Sarah all have 3 days, and so on. It means out of 4 days you get 3 with no children at all, and just 1 day of 8 children. And in my personal opinion, I don't know if this is just because we homeschool, but I actually find it a lot easier. Bless you. I actually find it a lot easier to have more children and other people's kids than just my own, because they play together. So my last idea is start with your friends and family. If you've got nieces and nephews, start a babysitting swap and say that you're going to mix and match, and then out of the 2 weeks, if you kept this up for like all 5 days, you'll only have to have your children for 1 2.5 days a week. It works perfect. That is my very rushed, crazy video. I'm hoping I didn't speak too fast. I know I have a tendency of speaking really fast, but they are my just over 20 ideas for things to do this half term. If you've got some ideas that I didn't mention, then put them down in the comments. I would love to know them, and I'm sure everyone else will too. And I hope you guys all have a really good half term, and I will see you in my next video, which will hopefully be on Friday. Also another kid approved short meal recipe. Bye friends.